Hey, welcome back to Universe X. It's Chris, and I am coming at you with another Locals Tomfoolery deck profile. This time, I wanted to showcase humans. And so that is pretty much what we are going to do. Before I get into it, remember to like, comment, subscribe, comment on anything you may think about the deck or ways you think I can improve it. Because with these videos, I would like to make decks and come back to them in due time with maybe upgrades. Some of them will change drastically. Like for instance, this deck is going to be different because it's the last deck where you can play 4 unyieldings or 1 flute. Well, last time I can legally. It's also the last time you're going to be worrying about Storm legally. So this deck will definitely change post this Monday. Same thing with my Swolnado deck. It may not even be a deck anymore. It may have to change drastically, especially if I can get my hands on some of the cards that I had in my last video. And I can put a link to that right down there, the new Broly and Gogeta cards. And I will be going to North Carolina in order to compete and get some of those cards. But without further ado, let's get to the what is the mat cam, the deck cam, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, and we'll go on about the deck. So let's swap it. So, right before we get into this, I just want to let you guys know that this mat design, while I helped put together some of the renders and I chose what I wanted on here, my main man actually put it together. I just want to kind of show you guys a little bit more of the mat, like side to side. But really though, while I adjust my camera because I did kind of mess it up, this mat was custom made by one of my friends. I'm going to be doing a video in the future to kind of showcase some of his work and just to hopefully show you guys what he can do and, you know, just give his info so that you guys can get these mats yourself. But I love these mats, and I just want to put a quick plug in for them real quick before I end up making a whole video about them soon. So this deck, for any of you Gundam fans, is called Souls Bound by Gravity. It's the story of Earthlings, and I just really wanted to play an Earthling, but especially when I started trying to make this deck, I didn't know that we'd be receiving the ban list or the limited list, and this makes me I'm even more excited to play this deck because this will be the last time I can play some of the cards in this quantity. But for any of you guys that don't know, Krillin says auto when this card attacks a leader card, you may choose one card in your life and add it to your hand, and if you do, draw one card. So when he swings, he's going to +2. Just hard +2. When he awakens, you untap 1 energy, and that's just it. Now, once he awakens, auto, when you attack with this card, draw a card. Auto, at the end of the turn, draw a card. Activate main, once per turn, choose 1 card in your hand and place it into your drop area. This card gains +5,000 and critical for the duration of the turn. Okay, so already, this leader is a leader of massive pluses. He pluses hard on your front side. He untaps 1 energy, and it sounds weird that he only untaps 1 energy, but it's because his backside is going to draw you on the end of the turn anyway. So they know that draw's there and it's accounted for. So moving past that, he does gain critical on his backside. He feels overwhelm or sparking, but he gains critical, and that's actually something that we're going to discuss a little later with this energy. So leader aside, I'm just going to put him off here real quick. Actually, I'll put him right in view. First couple of cards. We've got 4 intensifying power trunks. You guys already know what he does. He's a 1-drop 5k, swings, gains 10k in critical. He is there because he is a human first and foremost, but also he applies more crit pressure because early game it'll be this guy applying crit pressure, late game it'll be more the leader and sometimes this guy. So he applies early game crit pressure that can be combined with other cards in the deck to make it more troublesome. And then also he leads into chain attack trunks, which is going to be a backbone for this deck, as it should be for most red-blue decks. Next, for Baba. Now, this card is great. For you guys that don't know what she does, auto, when you play this card, you can choose up to 1 of your Earthling cards in your leader area or battle area, and that card gains +5,000 power for the duration of the turn. Auto, when you combo with this card from your battle area, draw 1 card, then choose up to 1 battle card your opponent controls, and give it -5,000 for the duration of the turn. So this card does a bunch of interesting things. One, it will come in and pump something. That could be bringing this guy to 10k, so he goes up to 20k crit on turn as early as turn 2, which is monstrous. It could be giving this guy plus 5k, so that when he swings in at 15, and that's going to be really rough for your opponent to deal with. It could happen on the back end, make this guy a 20k base crit before you even start comboing on it. There's a lot of plays that this does, and does it well. Now, the other cool thing is that this interacts with so many cards in the deck so well. You play it and it will draw you a card, meaning when you have both of these on the field, you're drawing one card from your life and you're drawing one card from here. When you play her on the field and you swing with your Unawakened Leader, you're drawing one from life, one from deck, and one from life, or a deck again. So that's just up on the elevator. You see so many cards, and it can kill some pesky blockers. It can kill a Crisis Crusher. It can kill so many cards with that minus 5,000. So this is actually one of the best cards in the deck, and is one of the reasons why I wanted to play this deck, because I love the interaction with it and Krillin, as well as many other cards. Now, I had to choose whether or not to play Overwhelm or Sparking, and when it came to it, I really decided that I wanted my super combo to be searchable, and so I went with Sparking instead. Yes, you could probably go Overwhelm, and it would likely give you some better finishes, but realistically, I wanted to play as many humans as possible, and this is locals. I'm going there to have fun, and you could very well play the at 4 life super combos and switch out some of these cards for Overwhelm, and it could be a better time for you. But I really did like having my super combo searchable, and I also liked having not to worry about just Overwhelm in general. Now, like I said, I understand that's not optimal. It's just I really wanted to play as many Gohans as possible, so hey, can you fool me? Next, we got this champion. One of the last times we're going to be able to play this dude at this number, and so I wanted to get that in there. It's pretty short, it's pretty sweet. I have a blue leader, he untaps, and that is pretty much what we are going for. He's going to be able to get me into a space where I can play my 2-drops and 3-drops and not have to tap out, and that's pretty much all it needs to be. Another backbone of the deck. Yamcha, everybody's pal. Everybody's pal Yamcha. I don't know why I read that completely backwards. Auto, when this card attacks, look at the top 3 cards from your deck and choose up to 1 Earthling card from amongst them and add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. This guy is my search engine. Now, granted, he's not hard search. You do have to, look at the top 3, and you can miss with him. The point is, though, he rarely misses, and I don't have any wood to knock on, but whatever. He rarely misses because there's so many humans in the deck, and I respect that. Wonderful card, too. 2 burst attacks on Gohans. Basically, I do Zeno in this deck. Hand Destruction Shenron is going around, and I may have to combo out very hard early game to break past certain people's defenses. So at the end of the day, Burst Attack Gohan is very, very good, because if I see him post Zeno, he replenishes my hand. He's also crit, so he can apply some good pressure while doing what he needs to do to put you back in the advantage game. And he's a Gohan, and he's ultimate rare. Those last 2 factors are probably the most important factors about him. Let me just take this out of the sleeve. Look, if you don't know by now, guys, I have an extreme Gohan problem, and it is what it is. I'm going to terrorize my locals until I have a playset of Ultimate Rare Super Saiyan 2 Gohans once they come out in the next tournament pack. It's just how life is. So, yeah, point being, we're going to move on to the next card. 2 Pans. So our red saturation is not exactly high enough for me to consider having more copies, but at the same time, my Trunkses, my 1-drop Trunkses, my 2-drop Yamchas, my burst attack Gohans, my chain attacks that you'll see in a minute, these are all cards that can receive the plus 2,000. And this deck has so much combo power that it's kind of easy to protect your cards at times. So this is great. You play one of these, you go in on a full offensive, and then you have a blocker left over along with your combo power, along with your negates, and she just ends games. Because there's 1 flute in here, I can recycle her, just not as much as I would like to with multiple flutes, but hey, it is what it is. Soon we'll have no flutes. 3 chain attack Trunkses, the last human. You guys already know what he does. I don't really think there's a reason to explain him. But now that you've seen all that, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27 cards that are searchable by look at your top 3, more than half my deck. So generally Yamcha won't miss, and I like the utility that I can find. I've got crit pieces and combo pieces for the chain attack Zenos. I've got boosts and, just minus 5,000s. I've got my super combos. I've got extra untap. I've got more of my search engine. I've got hand replenishment, blockers and double strike, more combo pieces. So this deck is just going to mainly have me search out these cards as soon as possible. Next, because Storm is still legal this tournament and the untapping is wild, we've got 3 Burnished Bonds Borgos. He's one of the new cards I was talking about earlier in my videos. He's a monster. When you play him, you draw a card once per turn. When your opponent would untap an energy on their turn, you get to just take one of their energy and put it in the graveyard, effectively telling Storm to shut the heck up and wait until they have like at least 3 energy, unless you see 2 of these, in which case they need to get rid of your Borgos before they can even start to play. Next, striving to be the best Son Goku. This guy is what people thought would be the Storm Killer, but barrier and permanent. Your opponent's battle cards with energy left 2 or energy cost of 2 or less cannot attack. That's just pretty much is what it is. The Gohan, the Gotens, the Bardoks. Basically, you just try to stop them before they can get out of hand, and that's effectively all you really need to have some of a fair game. If you see them in sequence, you're going to be able to survive. Borgos and Striving Son Goku, I mean. So, next, because we need a double strike, 3 Furthering Destruction Champa, just because it's what it always has been. It's a good game clearer, and that's just how it is. For Unbreakable Super Saiyan Son Gokus, it is a red energy, but it also just allows me to defend myself and see my next card. In this deck, you have so much draw that you pretty much get to see all of your cards over time. 2 Zenos in the main, because I found that this deck can overpower lots of decks without needing to Zeno. But if I need to Zeno, if I see a Shenron on the other end of the table, I'm going to keep a Zeno in hand or try to dig towards it so I can reset their hand and then replenish mine and try to put pressure on them while they can't really defend themselves. 1 Flute. We had to see this man off at the last moment. He's shiny, and he will be shiny in the banned book. 3-dimension magic, because between Zenoing and the sheer combo power that I can amass, I don't think I need to main more than 3 negates at this very moment. 4 Sensu, because the card is never not going to be nuts. So, that is the deck profile. Of course, this is going live right before I walk into locals, and shortly after that, either that night or Tuesday, actually that night or for sure Tuesday, I'm going to upload how the locals went. I'm going to upload my side deck, and I'm going to upload exactly how this happened to function. Now, be mindful that tomorrow a momentous occasion happens and Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out. I have been waiting forever, along with most of the human population, for this game. Heck, maybe I'll even show you guys my my collection. I've got like a lot of the Play Arts figures. Maybe I'll just show you guys my collections in a video. In fact, in the comments, let me know if you would like me to just go around my room and show you my collection. It's not like horrendous, but the Kingdom Hearts collection probably is over $1,000, $2,000 of just the figures, because they're all limited run and things like that. Probably close to $2,000, I'm pretty sure. Either way, let me know in the comments if you'd like to see the room. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time, and I'll try not to be a hermit when I play Kingdom Hearts. So, you guys have a great day.